Thank all of you for coming. As you know, I want to talk today about the alleged illegal election activity that's taking place in Ohio. Everyone who's been paying the least bit of attention has probably heard about the widespread allegations of voter registration fraud. One organization name that just keeps coming up time and time again is the Association of Community Organizations for Reform Now, and I think we're all familiar with it as ACORN. County boards of election across the state are receiving suspicious voter registration cards. In Hamilton County, the Board of Elections is investigating an ACORN worker for fraud, someone who submitted multiple voter registrations for people who don't exist. We go to Cuyahoga County, and there the Board of Election took official testimony from a voter who said that he signed 73 voter registration forms over a 5-month period in exchange for cigarettes or cash from ACORN workers. The Elections Board has officially asked the county prosecutor to investigate. Also in Cuyahoga County, there have been instances of multiple cards with the same name, but different dates of birth or different addresses. There's been a case of multiple people listed at the same address, an address that turned out to be a restaurant. In fact, ACORN is on the record with the Cuyahoga County Board of Election saying that it cannot eliminate fraud from its operation. I think that's critical. Right here in Franklin County, the Franklin County prosecutor, Ron O'Brien, says he's looking into a complaint from a Colorado woman who says her local relatives could be involved in improper registration activity. But this is hardly new. We can trace ACORN's suspicious voter registration activity in Ohio going back to 2004, when ACORN fired 2 temporary workers for allegedly submitting fake names and forged signatures. We all heard the stories about registrants. They were named Jive Turkey Sr., Dick Tracy, Mary Poppins. And who can forget ACORN's involvement in the infamous Ohio case where fake voter registrations were being traded for crack cocaine. And now again in 2006, ACORN faces fire for the allegations of fraud when a 16-year-old girl was registered to vote and a 10-year-old was called to jury duty because he was on the county's voter rolls. This is not the kind of reform this country needs. If ACORN wanted to be taken seriously, we would see serious action from the leaders of this group. Instead, what we hear are flimsy excuses and failed promises after promise. Let me make it very, very clear. I believe strongly that you are innocent until proven guilty. There is a presumption of innocence that attaches. But after years of failing to live up to its promise to improve oversight and perform extra checks, we're forced to question ACORN's true intent. It's my belief that ACORN may not intend to operate within the bounds of Ohio law. I've been a prosecutor for more than 20 years, so it's not hard for me to spot a bad apple, or in this case, a bad acorn. I believe that ACORN's actions have all the warning signs of serious criminal wrongdoing and could potentially warrant either state or federal RICO charges. Now, because the Attorney General election is a special election, the winner will take office in November after the results have been certified. I tell you that on my very first day in office that I will confer with county prosecutors in large Ohio cities and Ohio's United States attorneys, one for the Northern District and the one in the Southern District of Ohio, to begin gathering evidence of possible election fraud by ACORN and others. If election fraud can be proven, there are a number of options for bringing RICO charges against ACORN, including, first of all, local county prosecutors could go ahead and bring state RICO charges with logistical support from the Attorney General through the Bureau of Criminal Investigation and Identification. If the local prosecutor would decline to act directly, then the Attorney General could use local authority to investigate and bring state RICO charges for election fraud, representing the first time the state Attorney General in Ohio would use the RICO statute in this way. Or thirdly, another option, the United States Attorney's offices could seek federal RICO charges, and the Ohio Attorney General could assist with that effort in a task force setting. If that were to be the option that was decided upon, I would propose that at least 2 of the Assistant Attorney Generals be designated as Special Assistant United States Attorneys to participate in that investigation. I'm a strong believer in what's called the cross-designation policy.